Radio Rahim with Tank Davis. Gervonta, you're in Atlanta. You're making history here. Obviously, this fight town hasn't been a fight town in over 20 years. What kind of statement do you need to make Saturday night to make this fight town again and make this your town Saturday night?
Just to, show the fans that they definitely have, show Atlanta that they definitely have a champion, and that's Gervonta Tank Davis. And I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm ready to put on a great performance in front of the beautiful fans out there that's there that night, and also that's turning in on Showtime.
I just talked to Leonard, and he said in 2020 your first fight will be pay-per-view. Is this news to you?
Yeah, but it felt amazing just to hear that Gervonta Davis going pay-per-view. So it felt amazing.
For your first pay-per-view fight, your name carries a lot of recognition. Obviously, you brought people out here in Atlanta, so you have that recognition, that credibility. But on the other side of the ring, people have been screaming for opponents have a little bit more credibility and maybe even a world title. Who would you like to face in a perfect world in your first pay-per-view fight?
It really doesn't matter to me. Just line them up. I'm here. Ain't no safety on this Glock, so I'm ready for it all.
Is there a fighter that you feel gives you a particular challenge? Like, is there another level of challenge that you're seeking to face in your career in an upcoming fight?
I mean, it's all types of fighters out there that can bring the best out of me. It's just making the right fights at the right time. So I'm all for it. My team all for it. So that just have an agreement and let the fighters fight.
We saw Teofimo Lopez a few Saturdays ago get a good knockout against Comey. It looks like it's setting him up for the Lomachenko fight. What do you make of Teofimo?
He's a good fighter. I believe that he got skills and things like that. He put on a great performance his last fight. Hopefully we'll get him in the future, in the near future. So make all the big fights happen.
I heard your trainer saying, I think you might have said the same, that obviously knockouts is what brings fans and money. That's a great skill to have. But you wanted to be able to showcase your boxing ability and virtual sides of your skills. How important is that for you Saturday night? And facing opponents maybe down the line, is that going to be a more necessary tool?
Definitely facing Gamboa will definitely bring out some things that the sport didn't see yet. As far as my skills, because Gamboa not coming in as a slouch. He definitely coming to fight. Well, my mindset on that day coming to fight, and I'm giving him my all December the 28th, and hopefully he give it his all, and the fans win that night.
And I've noticed over the year you've matured a bit. We've done interviews in the past. You seem more focused now, a bit more dedicated to your craft. And the circle of people around you have changed a bit. Can you talk to me about this year, developing, growing up, how you feel you've matured? Just also when I'm growing with boxing, I have to be able to grow outside the ring too. So I'm growing each and every day. I'm not perfect. I'm learning. My cup is not full, so that's a great thing. And as long as I have a great team around me, I have my young brothers after me, my young sister, Mayor Addis fighting on the undercard also. Just having them around me, true love and things like that, I believe that, I could grow and be one of the greats. And lastly, we saw Errol Spence for the first time on camera since his car accident last night. I know that's a friend of yours. Did you speak to him since the accident, and what do you think about his return?
I spoke to him, a little bit. I'm the person that I don't hit, try to reach out like soon as possible, because I want I wanted him to recover and things like that. But we definitely spoke. He was great spirit and great health, and as you see on TV that he looked great. I'm glad for him to be back, and hopefully 2020 he come back in the ring as one of them top dogs.
What words did you have for him?
Just making sure he's okay, because at the end of the day we friends outside of boxing, so we growing that bond. So I was making sure that he was okay, that he was well, because I seen a video You know, I seen the video of the car flipping over and things like that. So I was just making sure he was great. I heard that he was back in the gym, so that's a plus. And hopefully 2020, you know, come back on top.
We saw that incident. We saw Adrian Bronner apparently retire this year. A lot of your friends have gone through some things. Have you learned from their mistakes? Learned from the kind of plight that they've taken?
Yes, I was always the type that, you know, learn from, you know, people that's around me and things like that. So when I was coming up, you know, the people that I was looking up to, they was, you know, getting killed in the streets. So I knew not to, you know, do that, you know. So I was always the kid that know how to use other people's life experience for my own sake, you know. So I definitely you know, learn from their mistakes.
It's a pleasure to talk to you and glad to see that. I've seen you learning on the road and in your career, so we can't wait for this Saturday night in Atlanta. Tank Gervonta Davis facing Eureka Gamboa. Pleasure to see you at the end of the year, champ, and we'll see you again soon in 2020, apparently on pay-per-view. Radio Rahim with Tank Davis.